What's up, guys? Welcome to Michigan. We are talking about do today. We are lifting weights, we are playing guitar, we are dancing, we are swimming, we are doing everything we've always wanted to. And I can finally be done with all this planning. We've gone through and written so many things down just about doing the right thing. We can finally get down to actually doing it. And I have to leave you here because I can't tell you what exactly to do. It's so individualized that unfortunately, you kind of have to just do it, to take Nike's slogan. But I can give you some advice on how to adjust your individual practice session. When you sit down on that first day and you get the guitar in front of you and you see the book, what exactly should you do? Well, to figure that out, we need to set the right short-term goal, the right level of that. If it's too big, we're going to get lost. But if it's too small, we're going to get bored. So we need to balance that out. And the right level is 3 levels above whatever we're good at. The reason why this works is because our brains process information like a computer. It's called information processing theory. We encode information, we consolidate it, and then we retrieve it. So we take our environment, the senses, and then we translate that into a mental image inside of our head. And then we can write an app, basically, in our long-term memory that says, this is how you do a certain thing, which we can retrieve later and bring into our working memory so we can use it and refine it. The encoding process is taking the external stimuli and translating them into this mental representation. The consolidating process is taking that mental representation and if we use it, writing the app for our long-term memory. And then the retrieving process is getting that long-term memory app out of the long-term memory and putting it in our working memory so we can use it. And the reason why we want to go 3 levels above whatever we're good at is because if we go too high, we're going to spend too much time encoding and retrieving information. We're going to get overwhelmed with that process. But if it's too low, we will just encode the information, but we'll never consolidate it into long-term memory because we don't use it. So that is the neurological process behind it, information processing theory. But the educational theory behind it is called Bloom's Taxonomy. And basically, it was revised back in 2001, and it has 6 different levels to it. It is remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, create. But those last 3 levels, analyze, evaluate, and create, those are just different ways to apply information. They're all parallel. So the first 3, remember, understand, apply, are what really matter here. And they reflect the 3 levels of what you're good at, what you're practicing, and what your short-term goal is. So, for example, when I was learning guitar, I had dreams of being this Jimi Hendrix character, shredding on guitar, getting all the ladies around me, and of course, that never worked out, but it was still a lot of fun. But on day 1, I needed a smaller goal. I couldn't shred like Jimi Hendrix on day 1, so I needed to bring down, and to figure out what that was, I needed to go 3 levels above where I was at. So I asked myself, well, what am I good at right now? Well, I guess I know where my fingers are. I don't know chords yet, but I can learn those, and I should apply them to a song, because that's 3 levels above what I'm good at, which is knowing where my fingers are. So level 1, putting my fingers in the right spot. Level 2, understanding the chords. And level 3, using those chords to learn a song. Remember, understand, apply. Remember where my fingers go, understand that that's a chord, and apply it to a song. That's how you adjust your practice on the fly. And once you get good at it, once you get an A on your test of this is the chord, move on to the next level, which might be, for guitar, creating your own music. And it was fantastic. On day 1, I was able to play a song, and that was the perfect level. I was able to get into a beautiful flow state, and I was able to get information into my head. But the hard part is not so much getting the information into our heads, it's retaining and refining that information once it's there. And that's what we're talking about in the next section with have. If that sounds interesting to you, click subscribe. And as always, thanks for getting better.